Good morning, gang. Tropical Tim in the Philippines here, and wanted to take a quick opportunity to show you some more life in the Philippines and just kind of how it works. I just came back from getting my pandesal, so it's about 6 in the morning. You can hear the roosters going off and people going to school and work and getting ready, starting to get a little active. But here's some progress. Now there's a couple things I want to show you today. It's I really hope everyone watches the entirety of this video, because you're gonna get some eye-opening views of what's going on here. Now the Filipinos around the world, they get it. They understand what I'm going to show you guys here. Ultimately, not just the construction, but something else here up ahead. But here's some of the results. This is one of the main streets that I live on right here, and now there's two different ways to get into my house. The one is down there and around through the alley, and we're going to go to my courtyard and we're going to see the progress, and the progress is quite well. It's moving along. It doesn't look like it is, but all this stuff will be gone eventually. I don't do timetables here because in the Philippines it doesn't work that way. There is no I think there's a tentative scheduled time to be finished, but it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes the crews here are idle for the day because they have no supplies. They're waiting on the supplies. So anyway, this whole compound has been raised a good 5 to 6 inches. Now that's important because you can see just that little drain there is going to help get rid of the water during the heavy rains. Everything here is brand new. The concrete, that is, just the concrete. Now here's a good example. They haven't quite finished this one yet. They've tore it up, but they haven't quite finished it yet. So that's going to happen. Don't know what the delay is. This one's been like this now, dug up and ready for new water lines, sewer lines I should say, for a couple of weeks now. So I don't know what's going on with this particular one. But as you can see the level, this is how high up they've come. So you can see the significance. So that's really going to help during the heavy rains, because they've got all new drains, all new drain pipes, everything under here. These never used to be here. The water would just collect and sit here, and it would rush into people's houses, things like that. So now everything is kind of, beveled down. Okay, so it's really getting good. Now the next thing I wanted to show you is, I already talked to some of you about how many people I thought could live here in Tondo, Manila. And if I had to guess, when it comes to Westerners, I would say no more than 1 in 100,000. That's right. 1 out of 100,000 Westerners could live here, because you wouldn't make it. You would not make it. Like I said, the sounds, the sights, the smells, the customs, the traditions, the way of life, you wouldn't make it. I'm going to give you one example why you wouldn't make it. I can give you many, but here's one in particular. Please pay close attention. Now, I did get permission to do this, so here we go. Here in my courtyard, they're having a wake. And you'll see people sleep here, not guarding, but just kind of keeping company with the elderly lady who has passed. Now, she does not live here. None of her family or kin folk live here. But here's the deal. There's my door. Look at my door right there. There's 3 tents here. They erected 3 tents. This is the 3rd day. It'll go till Sunday, so 5 days before she's interned into a cemetery. So again, I did get permission, and her daughter was all too excited for me to do this. So anyway, this is not so much about her, but it's about, look what I'm living with. There's the door to my condo, just a couple feet away. I mean feet, 3 steps max, maybe 2 if you're tall like me and take big steps. Now I'm going to show you some more tonight, where they come out and they celebrate, and it's been going on every night. They'll eat, they'll play cards, they'll play bingo, and it's a celebration. Now I'm pointing at this house here because this elderly lady once lived here for many years. She doesn't live here now, but it was one of her wishes and desires to have her wake here at this particular house because I guess she liked it so much, and came to a day where they couldn't afford it, the family, so they had to move out, and that was several years ago. But this is where she wanted to be. Again, she doesn't live here in this compound. Nobody here does, or as far as none of her kinfolk. So there's no permission requested, I think maybe by the local barangay, and that's about it. But yeah, see, there she is. It's really pretty, it's nice, and this is how it's done in the Philippines. And there's my door, and there's my balcony. But you have to get used to this. You have to accept it. Now, not more than a week ago, they had these 3 tents here for a birthday party for a 2-year-old. And they were loud and went long into the wee hours of the night playing music and food. And of course, they hand food out to the neighbors and all that. But that's the way it goes. So these are some of the reasons why most of you Westerners could not live here. It would be impossible for you. I, on the other hand, have been in and out of Tondo since 1980. So it doesn't bother me. Now here, like I showed you in one of my videos a long time ago, and again, here's the construction. All this is brand new. So we're getting good drainage now. The workers have a few more weeks to go. They've gone and redone everything in there. So now we've got drains, new drains, with beveling cement. That means the water will flow down there. Again, it's early in the morning. And here's the construction workers' house. About 10 of them stay here. They eat, sleep. There they are. You can see them. And there's some on the second floor. This is a temporary shelter right outside my door. This is a temporary funeral home right outside my door. I'm going to show you some more nighttime activities later. Peace out, guys. Hey, Tropical Tim in the Philippines back here with you. And as promised, I told you I'd show you something at night, how this all goes. Now, this is just outside my courtyard on a main street. And we have another wake service right here, just outside of my house. And thought you'd like to see that. Now, that's one. So now we're going to walk. There's some people here visiting, eating. Some are playing games, playing cards, whatever. So thought you'd like to see that. That's just right outside my courtyard. It's nighttime here in Tondo, and we're going to go ahead and take a walk down. Hey, how you doing? And as promised, I'm going to show you just how this works. Now, tonight is the last night of this wake for this nice lady who is passed on and is going to a better place. Now, I've got it on good information from somebody I trust that they talk about that the very poor people, they will actually hold the body in a wake status and actually move it out to the main street and wait as much as 1 month, even 2 months, and try to collect enough money so they can have the dearly departed interned. I thought that was amazing, but that's the way it goes here. Not everybody has insurance. Insurance is a different thing here, but that's the way it goes. Now, the bingo hasn't started yet, but it's going to get loud and noisy, but let's walk to my house. Excuse me. Hi, how are you? So the bingo and some of the card playing has already started up, but they say that they play cards. The family members actually encourage them to play cards and not gamble, because some of the proceeds go to the deceased to help with interment costs. There's my construction guys. And there's my door. So we're packed. We're packed in here nice and tight. There's some cards going on there. And they actually encourage them to play cards and play bingo so they'll stay longer. That's what the family members do. They encourage visitors and well-wishers to play cards, play bingo, whatever, so they'll stay awake and so they'll stay longer. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is something you would never see in the West, and I absolutely love it. It's part of Philippine culture and tradition, and it's really crowded. Here I am with all these people right here all over me, and there's just nowhere to go. Again, here's my door. I'm gonna step inside, and there they are. My courtyard is absolutely packed, just like it was a couple weeks ago for a 2-year-old birthday party. But hey, that's the way it goes, and that's why I say many Westerners could not function here. It would be very difficult because it's so different, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make me better than anybody else. It just means I've learned to adjust and adapt. So if I want to get away from it, I simply come out here to my balcony. Kind of dark up here, but you can see the 3 tents, and that's where everybody is down there, doing their well-wishing, doing their card playing and mahjong and bingo and all that stuff. Again, they encourage the so-called gambling, but it's not really gambling because they donate the proceeds to the family to help with the internment process. But it's to keep them here longer, give them something to do. They eat, they drink. This will go long into the wee hours of the night. But I'm okay. I can come up here on my balcony if I want to get away from it all and just relax. And I can go down there. I've been down there. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. A lot of people. Almost difficult just to get into your own door. But that's the way it goes. So think about that. Now, if you go to the province, I couldn't tell you about that. I don't know about the province. Maybe things like this don't or wouldn't happen directly in front of your door as it does in mine and all my neighbors here, but that's the way it goes. So you're just going to have to figure things out and decide what's good for you. I know what's good for me, and that's when I need to get away, I just reach for an ice cold San Miguel. San Miguel Pale Pilsen. Walang Katapat. Peace out, guys.